Did you know that the first thing that goes in life is our posture, followed by our balance? That is why in today's class we'll tackle both of these things. I'm Helen, if you don't already know me. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. You'll need two props today. One is a chair and the other is some kind of long implement. I've got a resistance band here. You can use a yoga belt, a dog lead, a dressing gown cord, anything. These resistance bands are from a brand called Arena Strength. I love all their products. I'll link below how you can get hold of them. But you need something with a bit of length that you can move your shoulders around in with your arms extended. The format today will be 10 exercises, 1 minute each, with a 15-second break in between where I will demonstrate the next move. They're all beginner level. Just go with your body, be mindful. But remember, the focus of today's class is to work on our posture and our balance. So think tall spine, crown to the sky. Okie dokie, are you ready? I will demonstrate the first move. We've done this one before. It's called double arm pulse. One arm comes up, the other comes down, and we pulse backwards, then the other way, then opening the chest with the palms facing backwards, and then with the palms facing forward. When you do this, imagine that you're using the muscles on your shoulders at the back to move the limbs. Okie dokie, let's begin. A 10-second countdown, and as we're just warming up, be mindful of the body, get a nice stable base, and we begin. So remember, imagine that the movement is coming from the shoulders at the back. Don't have to do this fast. Notice how it feels, where you're feeling any tension. I slept a bit funny last night and I woke up with a lot of pain in my left shoulder. I try to train myself to sleep on my back because that's the healthiest position to sleep in. But I like curling up in the fetal position as well. Keep going. Remember, crown to the sky, spine tall, working on that back body, opening up the front body, noticing any tension where you're feeling it. Excellent. For this next one, arms come out to a T. Rotate down to the left side so your arms are in a T. Then this top arm, the right arm, will sweep across the face into a bend. We come back up, then over to the other side. So moving the arm forward and grounding down into that opposite foot. So I'm really grounding down into my right foot here as this right arm comes across. Keeping the movement mindful and slow, even breath, feeling that rotation in the shoulder joint. So moving the arm in front of the face is the most natural movement of this joint. Feels good. In these lateral bends, we open up all the sides of the ribs. There's little intercostal muscles helping our breathing apparatus. Couple more seconds. Excellent. Ground down into your right foot. Hands come up by the ears. The left knee comes up and we're rotating, but we're keeping the spine tall. Back down and then a front kick and rotating, so to the other side. So don't worry about touching the elbow to the knee. And also, if the front kick is too much, just touch the knee and work up to a kick. This is really testing the balance. Keeping that spine tall, crown to the sky. Shoulders are relaxed and down the back. Noticing the difference in the sides. Are you much more stable on one side than the other? is great for the core and for the balance. Excellent. This next one will be opening out into a cactus. So arms open, chest comes to the sky. Then straighten the arms, clap behind, come back up and back to the chest. So opening a cactus, chest to the sky, grounding down with the feet, hands, arms extend, clap behind if possible, and then back. If you can't reach the hands together at the back, it's not a problem. We're focusing here on expanding the chest. I can really feel this all down the side of my neck and the fronts of the shoulders. We do so much hunching forward that we rarely do these posterior movements. So it feels so good to get everything stretched out. All that fascia, which is that web of connective tissue that runs throughout our entire body. We can hold a lot of tension and stress. Wonderful. This next one, grounding down into the right foot. Left leg comes out to the side, hands can be at the hips, lift to the side, and then one side crunch. We'll be changing sides. Sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. And then to the other side, lift, side crunch, and then back. Lateral lift, side crunch, and back. Look at one focal point, and that helps with the balance. I've already seen an improvement. Now I'm focusing on one space that's not moving. So when we do these lateral lifts like this, really strengthening that outer hip, which is key for our balance. A nice strong lower body helps us stay upright, prevents falls, and it keeps us mobile. Wonderful. This next one, we need the belt. Bring it overhead, decent distance, keeping the pelvis facing forward, rotate to the side, and then the arms come down, back up, and rotate over to the other side. Keeping the spine upright, right? And the movement is coming from the arms to the back. So we're not leaning back. We're stretching out the shoulders here. And of course, if you like, you can make the distance smaller between the arms. It's quite good doing this with the resistance band because there's a bit of give in it. Also get a little bit of strengthening in that back arm. You can pull down with it. So rotating the spine, keeping the crown to the sky. Keep going. This feels really good. Wonderful. This is where we need the chair. Grounding down into one leg. The other leg comes behind. One side lift. One lift to the diagonal. And then one to the side. You can bend into that standing leg. So if I was looking at a clock, I'd be lifting at 6 o'clock, 7:30, and then 9 o'clock. Now, the more forward you bring the body, the more range of motion you'll get in this leg at the back. You can already see I can lift it up a lot more when I'm leaning forward. But also, be mindful of dumping all your weight onto the chair. It is just a little bit of a assist for the balance rather than supporting all your weight. We're working that standing leg, the stability in the hip. Excellent. We'll do the other side. Shake it out. Grounding down into that standing leg. The other one comes behind. Get your body position and lift from the inner thigh out to the side and then to this side. So for me, this is 6 o'clock, 4:30, 3 o'clock. And again, if I come further down, I get more hip extension. You can bend into that standing knee a little bit so you're not sitting in the joint and you're using the muscles to hold you. Keeping the front spine engaged to support the actual spine itself, the abs. Wonderful. Chair to the side. Standing with feet around just wider than hip distance, arms come out to a T, rotate round, clap, pull this back, up, down and up. So swinging round, pulling back, and then rotating the arm in the shoulder socket. Using the core to reach across, so you're scooping that reach, coming back. This feels so good to do in that shoulder socket. It's not a movement we do really in everyday life. It feels good. And once you learn these, you can just do them when you're watching television. They're not very taxing to do, but they have so many great benefits. We really want to do everything we can to keep hold of our posture and our balance, because that is what will keep us mobile as we get older. And release, shake it out and get ready for the other side. This is the last move. Feet a bit wider than hip distance maybe, arms to the T, and then we scoop around, pull back and rotate like that. And you might notice a difference in the shoulders. Is there a shoulder that you favor? I always used to carry my bag on the right shoulder. When I tried to carry it on the left, it would always fall off. Obviously, over a long period of time, we develop these postural habits in the body. So it's good to do these asymmetrical movements, unilateral movements, to identify where we may be a bit imbalanced, where we favor one side over the other. We can just do something to even it out. And you are done. Well done. That was a short and sweet balance and posture class. Like I say, notice what the movements are, and then maybe just slot them into your day while you're watching TV. Even doing a lot of those shoulder stretches before bed will probably help you have a much better night's sleep. Thank you for practicing with me today. If you haven't already subscribed to my secret podcast all about joint health, mobility, mindset and motivation for women over 50, I encourage you to do so. There's lots of little nuggets in there about how we can really improve our joints and our mobility as we get older and help us maintain our independence, keeping fit and active. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you again soon.